Were you aware? In the NES game Shadowgate, you're not actually required to use the torches. Nope! Anytime your torch goes out and you trip over your stilettos into the darkness and die, the game will restore you to the room you were in previously with the torch's health half replenished. Then you're free to resume until it happens again. You can make it to the end of the game with all 18 torches. The downside is you don't get to hear the awesome soundtrack because you're stuck dealing with panic-inducing noise. Now you're aware. Were you aware? RC Pro-Am has NetPlay. Yes. Each copy of the game came with a cellular transmitter that allows it to connect seamlessly with 3 other players instantly on a server that still runs to this day from Rare headquarters. What color car you drive depends on which version of the game you have. The one with the red car is more desirable for casual play because only the red car can carry weapons. This version is also included in Rare Replay. However, the pink version, which was released in only limited quantities as part of a promotion with Barbie, is most sought after by griefers because that version lacks anti-cheat measures and can be used with a Game Genie to gain massive amounts of speed. The initial rollout of NetPlay was met with criticism as players complained of frequent disconnects until Rare was able to get a handle on their network structure. Now you're aware! Were you aware? Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo has a continue code. Yes! If you made it far into the game and ran out of lives, instead of having to start back at the first world, if you hold down the A button and hit start at the title screen, you'll resume at the first stage of whatever world you died on. This code went unknown for a very long time until archaeologists uncovered an original instruction manual for the game in 2013 that states in the secret trick section to hold down A and push start.
It doesn't actually say that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it doesn't say that. It lists the bulldozer attack, the chain reaction techniques to hit lots of bricks, but there's no code in here.
Shoot, I could have sworn it said that.
This whole bit doesn't work if it's not in here. Where did you learn this thing from? Are we just making shit up on the internet?
Now you're aware. Were you aware? The guards in GoldenEye can hear each other's gunfire. Yes! There's a common misconception that the guards aren't programmed to react to the sound of their own gunfire, leading to situations where a guard in another room decides not to investigate what's going on. This belief places greater emphasis on not using unsuppressed firearms and instead using silenced guns whenever possible. However, the guards can hear each other's guns. They just choose not to react to them. The guards got tired of being mowed down relentlessly and formed a labor union. As part of their most recent collective bargaining agreement, they don't need to investigate firearm discharges by their own members. This prevents their employer from unfairly targeting guards for dismissal. As a result, employee morale has shot up 64%. So don't worry, their hearing is just fine. Now you're aware. Were you aware? The Raccoon City Police Department has a washroom. Yes! Critics have pointed out that despite Resident Evil, the original and remake, featuring 5 washrooms, the Raccoon City Police Department in Resident Evil 2 has none. But this is wrong. Before you say, just pee in the sewer, no! There's an actual toilet. So anytime a police officer has to use the rest facilities, all they have to do is find the 4 chest plugs, get into the sewer, go past the spiders, survive a monster attack, a woman with a gun, more giant spiders, another monster attack, and make it to the train on the elevator platform. The toilet is tucked away in there. If John Q. police officer wants to wash their hands, they need only retrace their steps all the way back to the sink in the night watchman's room. When Raccoon City Council approved a budget increase for the police department specifically to redress the washroom location issue, Chief Brian Irons instead spent the money on a riot suppression system, which has been prone to premature activation. Now you're aware! Were you aware? Super Mario Bros. 2 is not the true sequel to Super Mario Bros.
Hey, what?
Nope!
We're not really doing this, are we?
Nintendo of America wanted to avoid the mistakes of the pre-crash North American market and did not want to release...
Come on, everyone already knows this one.
Release a more difficult game, or a sequel that looked too similar, which can be seen when you juxtapose this on other franchises of the day.
Please tell me this is at least one of our joke ones. You gonna say something else like Looney Tunes or some shit?
As a result, despite the original Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 being easy to convert from Famicom Disk System to Nintendo cartridge,
you're really playing this straight, aren't you?
Nintendo of America chose to break with Nintendo of Japan.
I'm serious, don't do this.
And requested that instead, they convert the recently published...
I swear to freaking God if you say Doki Doki Panic.
Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic.
Alright, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Done. I'm out of here.
As it was seen as an easier, more family-friendly product. Now you're aware.
Tell me when you want to get serious, you moron.
Were you aware? The information you need to land the plane in Top Gun is right in front of you. Yes! Landing the plane in Top Gun has plagued gamers and their flight sticks for decades. Part of the problem is the sensory overload. The game is giving you multiple prompts to pay attention to, while the most important information is the one thing that isn't flashing. At the bottom of the screen is an altitude and speed recommendation, 200 feet and 288 miles per hour. You are often plagued with other pieces of information about plane positioning, but the important thing is 200 and 288. Just follow that and pay attention to the other directions. Yeah, that's right, yeah, right, up, yeah, down, slow down, baby. Oh yeah, oh that's the spot, yeah, up, speed up, yeah, speed up, yeah, oh god, baby, yeah, speed up, fuck, I'm landing, Nailed it! Now you're aware! Were you aware? If you use the call feature in Sweet Home, you can't lose! Nope! This precursor to the Resident Evil franchise is a JRPG with a party limit of 3, but by using the call feature, you can temporarily increase your party size to 5, allowing everyone to participate, use tonics together, and gain experience equally. In order to demonstrate the importance, we've brought in a special guest speaker to talk to the game's cast.
Are they all here?
All but one.
Right, well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something important. Put that tonic down. Tonics for callers. Think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. A, B, C. A always B, B, C calling. Always be calling. Always be calling. I can go out there tonight with the materials and weapons you've got and beat the game in 2 hours. Can you do that? Can you? Been in this business 15 years.
What's your name?
Fuck you. That's my name. You know why, mister? Because you brought a barbecue lighter here tonight. I brought giant tits and a fat ass. That's my name. What, you think the monster just came in to get out of the rain? Monsters don't walk in a mansion unless they want to die. They're just sitting out there, waiting to give all 5 of you their experience points. Are you gonna take it? Are you man enough to take it? Only one thing counts in this life. Calling your associates into battle for a 5-on-1 advantage. Do you hear me, you fucking...
Whoa.
We don't need to adhere that closely to the
What?
source material. What? I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah, well, now I know you're not gonna say it, so that's good enough.
Now you're aware! Were you aware? Nobody in Mortal Kombat games gets hurt. Nope! Even though some of the most violent, brutal acts take place in Mortal Kombat games, nobody on the screen actually gets hurt. This is because the characters are actually digitized pictures of actors that are programmed to appear on screen based on context. As a result, despite what your television is depicting, at no point are the characters in any physical danger. The only people who are harmed are the developers of the Mortal Kombat games at NetherRealm, who are subjected to depictions of human gore in order to make sure that when I rip the contents of the chest out that it looks as realistic as possible. Because it was one thing when Senators Joe Lieberman and Herb Cole got upset at bones flying everywhere, but holy shit, you show them these games now and they'd never sleep again. Never mind the poor saps who work on this. Good God, Jesus Christ! Now you're aware! Were you aware? The bosses in Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest aren't missing. Nope! Transylvania, as depicted in Castlevania 2, was not immune from the effects of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, Dracula took medical leave following the events of Castlevania. When coronavirus came to Transylvania, many of Dracula's direct reports opted to work from home, but designated all their employees as essential. As a result, several of the bosses are forced to delegate to their staff via Microsoft Teams. This explains some of the lackluster, disjointed responses in the first few dungeons. This also explains why the dungeons are staffed with people seemingly trying to prevent the resurrection of Dracula. Because if he returns for medical leave, he will force all of his managers back to the office, which will be difficult for many, including Carmilla, who moved to Cancun and has been sending a drone to work in her place. Now you're aware!
Oh, something, money, come on, give me lots of money. Entertainment.